It's interesting that having been away from the sport for a couple of decades now and then coming back into it, I hear the same comments from racers now that I heard then. And it's a completely different group of racers. It's a whole new group of people, but it's the same comments. So, in my view, it's a lot of kind of petty thinking about little details that people are unhappy with. Meetings don't go off exactly as scheduled. Races don't go off exactly as scheduled. They talk about wanting not to have to pay entry fee or wanting tow money or the economics of it. Some bitterness about the perception that certain promoters make money on their events. I hear Key West mentioned a lot in that regard. And that's exactly the opposite of the way that we approach the sport. Even in the early days when I first started and didn't have the economic strength that we have now to bring things to the table in a different way. I was racing on a budget. I never expected anybody to pay my entry fee. I never expected tow money. I just determined that if I was going to go offshore powerboat racing, these were costs and expenses that I was going to have to incur and figure out how to pay them. If we got anything from anybody, we expected it from sponsors or from third parties who could find value aligning themselves to what we were doing. I perceive myself as a customer of the sanctioning body and a customer of the promoter, but I don't expect them to underwrite my expenses, and I don't expect them to help me run my race team. We'll show up and we'll be able to afford those expenses. Don't think we need to leave with money in our pocket from them to feel good about it. And the result that we get will be determined by the amount of work that we put into running our teams, procuring sponsorship, looking at efficiencies in our operations so that we can get to the next race and continue to pay our bills as an offshore racing team. And as I've said before, I'm in the business of offshore powerboat racing, and entry fees are a line item on a P&L is what they are for us. And again, it's a very expensive sport at any level. Even at the entry level, it's still very expensive, and that's just the way that it is. There's a disconnect between what the racers expect and the way that they view the racing and the interaction and the interconnectivity between sanctioning bodies, promoters, and race teams. I don't think we're in the same business. I don't think we're partners. Hopefully we can feed off each other and create a great event by everybody coming together with a common vision.